I've been looking at this chart that you showed us earlier since we left the Oval Office earlier. U.S. prices for brand drugs are 422% higher than in comparable countries. You know, I'm young, maybe I'm inexperienced, but I think a lot of Americans are wondering, how did we even get here, being one of the biggest buyers of
You
drugs?
got here by incompetent people sitting behind this desk. You had a lot of incompetent people. I did it, as you know. I started it in my first term. We rebuilt the military. We got the largest tax cuts in history. We did all these things, and we had the best economy in the history of our country during my first term. And by the way, this is blowing it away based on what we're seeing. But we got it by having people allow that to happen. And as you know, I started the process, but then when COVID came, we focused on COVID, not on this. And I said, if I ever go back and do it again, I'm going to make this a primary thing, because other countries are paying a fraction of what we pay for the same exact drug, same exact pharmaceutical, everything. And I said, no, it's not right. And the drug companies actually came along. You know, don't forget, they make 30, 40, 50 million a year, these people. They're very smart. And they had a lot of people convinced that, you know, that's the way it has to be. They talked about research and development. We had to pay. I said, well, why isn't Germany paying? Why aren't other countries paying? And they always had a good answer, but it got to a point where I didn't like the answer anymore, and I said, we have to do this, and we did. And the team that we have with Oz and Bobby and Chris and all of the people that we have working on it, and I must tell you, Marty's been a big, wherever you may be, Marty, but Marty's been a big factor. We have a great team. There's never been a medical team like this, and I said, let's go do it. And then I did, as I said, I would bug them every single day, every week, because I said, we have to have, I mean, why should we be paying 10 times what another country's paying? And that was just an excuse, you know, research and development. We do research and development. So now we're going to be paying whatever the lowest price is, we're going to be paying that price. So it's a great thing. But there won't be anything that can have the impact on Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, anything where you need pharmaceuticals, medicines. The numbers are going to come way down. Even Obamacare, which is terrible, it's not been good, as you know. It's a weak form of health care. But it'll be better because the medicine's going to come in at a very low price. Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. President. It seems like every time you assemble your MAHA team,